So, before we start, you know that thing that you used to love, the internet? God damn it. You go online, you just want a thermos, you find said thermos and you click buy. No, you have to accept cookies. Can we sell your information? No, you can't reject all. You can now edit settings and you can go in and like, no, 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 use 10 minutes on that. Then you place the order. And it doesn't matter if you click yes or no or maybe to do you want ads. Before you have pressed order, they're sending you an email asking you, how was your experience? Shut the fuck up. I haven't even ordered it yet. And then of course, you get sent to another page where you have to do the exact same thing because you have to pay, obviously. And then you get an email like your order is complete. That is fine. I can use that in case I forget something or I would like to send it back. It's nice to have the receipt. Then they send you an email with like, all right, it's a different email from a different company. We have registered that there is a package in our way. They haven't received the package. No, they have just received a notification. Why are you telling me this? And then there's another email. We've received your package. It's now in the fucking sorting center. And now it's on their way. And now some guy is thinking about your package. And then suddenly it's on the way. And then you go to the local post office and you pick it up. And then it's another email. How was the experience? What did you expect? You're a postal service. You deliver packages. I mean, god damn it. I'm so tired. I'm spending. I just want my thermos to have my hot beverage in, and I have to fill out these forms, and it doesn't matter what I fill in. It's like they keep sending me email, and sometimes there is an email there that I would like to read, but it's drowning. And I'm not even talking about the spam section. This is the section after the spam filter has done its thing. I get probably 150 emails a day, and then it's the additional one for the thermos I'm waiting. And it doesn't help, does it? If you're going to the store to buy it, I'm going to bring cash. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to bypass this whole malarkey internet newsletter email thing. You take your thermos and you go to the counter, and there's a lovely person there. Are you a member? No, I'm not. God damn it. I don't want to register anything. Here is the cash. You get 20% off. Yeah. And for those 20%, I get 10,000 emails a day from you and the shipping company and affiliated links and whatnot. Here, take my hard-earned money. Give me the thermos. And then, of course, there's someone in front of you. They would very much like to be a member. And then they have to give their name and their email address, which they don't remember, at least not the password to. So they're just standing there like, oh, what was the password again? And they have to call their niece. What was the password for my email again? Like, God damn it. There should be a fast checkout cash counter for us who just, I want to get off the carousel. I want to get off. And on that, welcome to episode 138 of the Make Crude Mistakes podcast with Phil from Phil Makes Things, KJ from Crude But Efficient, and a rather angry Howard from Behind the Mistakes.
Have you got that out of your system now?
Yeah, it needed to get out.
Is this connected to your recent leveling up?
Leveling up?
I mean, you're a level 44 human.
Yes.
Nowadays, aren't you?
Yes. I just leveled up to 44, which is obvious. It's the magic. There's an extra level of grumpiness there.
It seems like it.
You get a new shiny armor and a new set of skills or grievances or whatever you call it. Yeah.
Level 44. That seems like such a long time ago now. Yeah. I remember there were simpler times, happier times, basic times.
I was kind of hoping that the quests would get easier. I mean, in the beginning, yes, there's a lot of grinding and collecting and getting stuff. But at some point, you should have collected enough stuff. Give me a... and I don't even want quests anymore. I just want to walk around, sit on a field, have a cup of coffee. But no, like, Yeah, they're taunting you like you're leveling up now. You get this set. I don't want a new set of skill. I haven't mastered the other 1,000 skills. I have a, I have a, I have a garage full of unfinished skills, hopes, and aspirations. When can, when can I just sit down and have a fucking coffee?
So your
Happy birthday
birthday's
to me,
going
I
well then.
guess. Yes. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday and I'm fucking furious about it.
I got some nice gifts though.
Was one of them a flask?
Yes, actually, yes. I got the Japanese whiskey that's been
Ooh.
after stored on sake casks.
Mm.
Now, I might be wrong here, but sake isn't that a Chinese invention, but the whiskey is Japanese. So maybe they're doing a collaboration there. I don't know. I haven't read
Thought
too much
sake
into it.
was Japanese, but
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
maybe it is. Yeah, who knows?
Probably the Japanese and the
Probably,
Chinese.
well, yeah. It's like beer. Beer is not from one place, is it? Lots
Yeah,
of
that's
people
true.
work. Lots of people worked out that hey, if we take this and soak it in water and then just leave it, it turns
Yeah,
into alcohol,
Then it's less poisonous than water. How
which is
nice.
nice.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, got me thinking though. Who was the first one to? All right, this fermented water. Let's just give it a try. And like, oh, this is kind of funny. I mean, it must have started with one person at one place in time. It would be nice to just, if you looked up bear in Wikipedia, there would be a picture. This is John. He wasn't the smartest of tools, but he tasted fermented water and he created a whole new industry.
I have a feeling, and I could be entirely wrong about this. So, any history buffs listening, of the 5 or 6 listeners, I think, and again, could be wrong, it was observed that animals eating rotting fruit went a little bit strange. If they ate the fruit that was on the tree or recently fallen fruit, it was happy days. But like horses or whatever eating rotten apples off the ground because they've already started fermenting, so the horses got pissed.
Oh,
Very, very
that's why you
mildly
have
pissed.
all those pubs called like the Drunken Horse, and yeah,
Might be, might be.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure that refining it, that's probably monks.
Oh yeah, they've
yeah.
been doing
Because
that for thousands of years.
it must have been, I mean, it sounds like a really good reason to go to a monastery, really. You get to be, I mean, so sure you have to go to service and that sort of thing, but you're left alone, probably get fed, and you get to experiment with making beer.
I'm
Sounds
pretty
rather nice in the Middle Ages.
again. Full disclaimer. Um, I this is just something that I have thought up in my head. No reference to any specific information in history or anywhere else. But I know that from boredom comes a lot of ideas. So you go to the monastery, not much to do really. So you start to experiment. It's a limit on how many wanks you can have in a day, right? So you have to find something else. And then they discovered alcohol. They were probably watching said animals eating the weird fruit. And then they collected it and yeah. Probably wrong, but it is a feasible theory until proven differently, I guess. So
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
they probably had an oversupply of grain and that sort of thing as well to do something with.
yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing to barter with if you had some nice made ale. I want to buy something else. But I don't think we're in a beer podcast, are we?
No,
No.
no, we're not. But it's interesting that you're mentioning grain though, um, because I watched a video here right the other day on YouTube. Um, how funny, um, where a scientific channel, don't remember what it's called, but it's one of the better ones, said that all the doomsday preppers and the fallout shelters and the bunkers and whatnot, yes, it would work if you had a nuclear war, but so would covering yourself in 2 foot of dirt. So if you have a cellar and it wasn't taken by the blast, that will keep you safe from most of the harmful radiation in the beginning. And then, of course, all the hoarders and whatnot, that they're hoarding food and water and so on. But what people have under communicated, and what a lot of the doomsday preppers don't think about, is that if you have a major scale nuclear war, that will affect the grains and the crops in the belt that is the northern Americas, and because of the trade winds or whatever they call them, and then Europe and everything is going to die. So people aren't going to die from the nuclear explosions, but they're going to die within the next 10 years of starvation because there won't be enough food, nothing will grow. And of course, based on where people live and how most nuclear weapons are stored and possibly who would use them against each other, the only place you would be relatively safe would be a couple of islands to the south. And of course, they won't let people in. They seldom do today, other than for tourism. But I think Australia has enough agriculture to sustain their population if they were cut off, which they would. And then, of course, they wouldn't allow like 500 million people in because then they wouldn't have enough to supply those. So they would shut their borders. So most people would just starve. And then at least for 10 years before you could see crops beginning to work again. And then I started thinking, food for 10 years. That's a lot of food. I just redid our dry cabinet and I realized we probably got food for 3 weeks. And then we would start to get creative. 10 years. At some point, I'm going to sit down and do the maths on that. How much grain do you need to supply yourself with bread and porridge for 10 years? I'm pretty sure I don't have enough land or housing to keep said food.
And protect it from everyone else who wants it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think that the long and short of it is, if there's a nuclear warhead heading towards you, run towards it.
Yes.
Yeah, because all right, fine. So you survive the initial blast in your bunker, and you survive the radiation poisoned hordes of people trying to get in and trying to steal all your stuff. And you manage to get rid of them. And then you emerge from your bunker once the radiation said that the dosage meter outside is acceptably safe and there's absolutely nothing left. Now what are you going to do? Yeah. All your billions of dollars in the bank mean nothing. You're just going to starve to death. Run towards the warhead. Embrace oblivion.
Yeah.
Take me to your fiery hell.
And I'm just also assuming that any technical infrastructure would have been damaged as well. So, I mean, what would be the point? Who would you give or make YouTube videos for?
Exactly.
Like,
who are you going to Instagram?
Imagine that, spending a lot of time making a video and putting out there and getting no views, or maybe 40, 50 views or something like that. Imagine.
Okay, so that's where the grumpiness came from.
So the
Your
last 20
video has
minutes has just
underperformed.
been you pissed off that no one watched your video.
There's a lot of reasons for said grumpiness this week, but since it's a maker channel and we all got videos out, so we can start there.
Yeah. Once
Yeah.
again, all three of us.
All
It's
three
magic.
in the same week. I was gonna say it's a May the 4th miracle, but Phil didn't lean as much into the May the 4th as maybe 2/3 of the podcast did. So
Yeah.
Nope.
Kinda.
what did you make there, Phil?
I made a series of plywood boxes to hold hard drives.
Really fancy way to hold hard drives as well, with rubber bands and
Yes, they are suspended. They are. Well, the big one is sitting on a rubber pad, and the small ones are suspended in elastic. They are earthquake proof. Not that there's any earthquakes around here. But sometimes the person in the flat downstairs, their kids slam the doors quite hard, and we feel that through the floor. So I'm thinking that's probably not going to affect them even in the slightest. But
but why let that stop you?
exactly, just because you can means that you definitely should.
But it's nice to see someone taking a build and making something beautiful, and also taking care of data and backup and such. That's good. Too soon?
Yes, dear listeners, there was some data loss in this whole shenanigans. Not because of any technical failure, just more of a brain failure on my part. Because all I'll say is I had a lot of discs plugged in at the same time. There was a lot of moving parts. I was trying to transfer stuff from one disc to several other discs. And then, in a moment of what I think is pure genius, I decided to format one of the discs before copying. And then, of course, I formatted the source disk rather than the target disk. So when I was running a copy from that disk to another disk, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and I started getting all these warnings pop up saying the source cannot be read or written, thinking, what the hell's going on here? Oh, I just realized what I just did. Yeah. I just obliterated like 15 years worth of amassed files.
Oh, it's so painful.
Well, in fairness, I have recovered 80% of what I lost. File recovery is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's a good excuse to clear out the cruft. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, some things didn't get recovered. Well, that's fine. I can get it again. Some things didn't get recovered. Never mind. I was never going to watch it. Ho hum.
So all in all, then a success story.
All in all, a success with a few moments of what the fuck have I done?
And that's a nice thing with the really, in the advanced systems that doesn't ask you 5 times in a row if you really want to do that thing. It just does it because you tell it to do it.
Oh no! It asks you if you really want to do it.
And you really
but it still allows you while it's running another thing on it.
Yes, it'll happily do that. Yeah.
But it's kind of schizophrenic of it, I would say.
Well, there's many ways to skin a cat. If you're doing this just from the Finder, just from like your desktop, it would probably prevent you. But if you're running it using disk part in terminal because it's so much quicker, and you're a nerd,
yeah.
You're like, are you sure you want to do this? Yep. Okay, it's gone.
That was the thing that I remember my dad warned me about back in the days. because he was setting up a Unix server at the local school. And then, of course, I was dabbing my toes into setting up Linux on an old computer at home. And like, beware, if Unix or Linux, at least at that time when you were working in terminal, if you ask it something, it will assume that you mean and have thought through that. It will not ask you, are you sure? It like, yeah, you delete or move or do anything, it just does it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it assumes that the person operating it isn't a complete idiot. This is a terrible assumption.
It's a big
Wrongfully
ask.
so, yes.
So, yes, I made some plywood boxes. What did
And they
everybody
look
else
really
make?
good as well.
Thank you. They are
I mean, it was very Tom Saxy, and yeah, you felt like you had a clear idea of what you wanted, and managed to get that as well.
I did. Well, I think this comes from a ridiculous thing which I've just started doing, which is called planning.
Ooh,
I know.
sounds scary.
I have an idea, and then I sort of work out what it is that I want to do, and what I want the final result to be, and then sort of work out the parts of how that works, and then do those, rather than just going into the workshop and think, oh, I want to do something like this, and just throw plywood at things.
Yeah.
And you know, this whole planning malarkey, it seems to work. You know.
I mean, you who really likes to doodle in notebooks and that sort of thing. It sounds like planning should be your thing.
Well, you know, planning's always been a very loose term. I know in my mind's eye what I want this to look like, or what I want it to do. But do I have the necessary materials, tools, or skills to do it? Well, let's find out.
We'll know at the end if I managed or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm pleased with it. It's sat up there right now, humming away, doing its thing, serving files
As it should.
as it should.
Yeah, very nice. I enjoyed that video so much that I thought it was too short. It might say more about me than the maker of said video, that I find plywood boxes so fascinating. Might be foreshadowing for when we're gonna rant on about my experiences with plywood. But we'll not go there. But I did look into getting the Tom Sachs Bible, and that's a pricey piece of brick. So I'm now searching for a used one.
Well, it's not cheap,
No.
but then it's not that expensive either, considering the cost of some artist monographs. This is a mass-produced book. It's sort of
Yeah.
60, 70 pounds full retail. If you can find it in stock anywhere. I had to really run the gauntlet of where the hell am I going to get this thing? Because I decided I wanted to get it, and I found it on Amazon. Hateful, I know.
Yeah.
But all my usual spots were coming up as out of stock. And it was coming from the States. And they said 5 copies available, more on the way. Right, fine, 5 copies. You've got 5 copies. So I ordered one. And then nothing happened. And the suggested delivery date came and went. And then I got an email. There's been a slight delay. We now expect to deliver, because I ordered this in January. We now expect to deliver your order sometime between June and October.
Oh, the very narrow window where I'll make sure I'm home then.
So
The same year.
sometime 6 or 9 months in the future. So I cancelled that and then just started looking around again, and I found some random fancy hipster clothing company
Oh yeah.
in London. Well, they're international, but they have a branch in the UK, and their only branch is in London. And it was in stock allegedly, so I thought, well, I'll take a punt. So we ordered it, and then 4 days later, it turned up. Happy days. But
Nice.
yeah, had to pay full retail and delivery, but
Yeah.
it's better than the alternative of not having it or trying to find a second-hand copy. And there's lots of second-hand signed copies on like eBay and whatnot, going for silly money.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, sure, a signed copy would be lovely, but I haven't got signed copy money.
I don't care about a signed copy if it's not from the author. I mean, preferably that I've met the person and
Mm,
they signed it, or I bought it straight from them and they signed it.
yeah,
Otherwise, that signature doesn't mean anything to me.
No.
it's a bit like live albums on CD. I think
Yeah, that's only good if you've been to that actual
if you were
concert.
there, great. If you weren't there, oh, it's the songs you love played slightly worse, recorded very poorly. You're
Yeah,
all right.
with people who can't sing or clap, ruining the audio for you. Yeah.
So
But
no,
if
thank
you
you.
were one of those persons, then it's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is a memento of the time that you were there doing this thing.
Yeah. I
But
just checked though, even though it's not the half pint. The Norwegian bookseller was out of stock, but on Tom Sachs' own store, it looks like it's in store actually. So yeah, $89 roonies. So yeah, we'll see.
yes, if you order direct from his store, the delivery will be hilarious. So I would
Yeah.
suggest you don't.
But
If
then
you're in
again,
America,
I mean, if I knew this 2 weeks ago, I might have noticed someone or given someone a notice that this is a possible birthday gift. And then, of course, they would have ordered it and I would have gotten it in June to October. But, maybe if I buy it now, it can be my own birthday present for myself next year because I will have forgotten by that. And then you could probably leave a note when you're ordering it. Like, could you on the order just write happy birthday and then insert n plus one, n being the year you're shipping this in. So yeah, but no, good plywood there. How about you, KJ? What did you hardwood or non-wood related at all?
Yeah, exactly. It was a non-wood project. Even, I mean, yeah, those two. I don't really understand my own algorithm of videos that do well or not. Some of my fabric videos do well, some not. But yeah, I had the idea of making a plush bat'leth for a long time. Um, and now I realize that yeah, it will be a good thing to have for Maker Central for the Maker Swap too. It's reasonable size to carry with me. And then I thought this kind of fun to do a Star Trek project for May the 4th, uh, just to be silly about it. So that gave me a reason to finish it as well. Um, and it came out roughly as I wanted it to, so that was nice. Um, and I've been doing this. I mean, I could, especially that I had to redo parts of it. I realized I could have done this in a day if I just set my mind to it. But I mean, I've been doing it on and off for over a month, I think. Um, as always with projects with me. Um, so yeah, hopefully it will it will be well received by the person who gets it as well. Um, But yeah, the video turned out pretty close to what I wanted it to, so that's nice as well. But as you said, it's too bad that no one watches videos. At least this week, it feels like.
Yeah. I was really impressed by. I have made things on the sewing machine where stuffing is involved, and yes, it becomes smaller once you puff it up 3 dimensionally. So the way you were figuring out how much you had to scale it up and
Yeah,
then taper that down to the pointy ends, that yeah, I never seem to have gotten that.
yeah, that was a very much a guesstimation from my part as well. I mean, I can do the math on it, but exactly how to taper it and that sort of thing. That would just I probably something like this that will probably work, and it magically worked on the first try. So yeah, that was just pure luck or skill applied. Who knows? But it worked. Who cares?
Well, lack of experience, I assume.
Yeah, it could be. Let's not go into what percentage of what.
They both played a part. How much?
Yes.
Let's not get bogged down in details. And you did some printing.
Yeah, and I have discovered that printing is fun.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do more printing. Um, but I also realized it is a craft where you have to make a certain amount of prints before you get good at it. So, but no, I made the 20 prints. I have cut a lot of cardboard. I need to buy some envelopes to ship them, and I got the video out, and I gave myself until Sunday to pick out people that are going to receive a print. Now, I did joke that there might not be enough people watching this saying that they want the print, so you might end up with everybody getting one. And talk about foresight. I think I had 55 views in the first
No.
24 hours. And I think 3-4 persons have said that they want one. So I still have there. I don't need the metaphorical hat to decide who gets a print at this time. But it is kind of sad though, because there is another artist commented like, I would very much like to see that next build video where you make that metaphorical hat you're talking about. And that then I started thinking, what's a metaphorical hat? What is a hat? What's the definition? And there's a video in there. But I mean, if there is not going to be any need of a metaphorical hat to pull names out of, then it's a mute point. So
Not necessarily. You could just pull everybody's names out of the metaphorical hat.
that's that.
But if it's
Put in 3 names, pull out 3 names.
if it's a metaphor, your metaphorical hat could just be a bucket,
Yeah.
and this bucket is a metaphor for a hat.
And
Or you could massively overthink it.
and I totally agree when you say it, because even though I know something were coming my way, it's still more fun if my name is pulled out of a hat, even though I know the outcome. So yeah, I'll have to think about that, and then we'll see if I make a metaphorical hat video. Irony will probably have it that will get a lot more views, but yeah, I was fed up with YouTube today, and it's sad though that when you make a video that you think is good, and you really like the process and the result, because the prints came out really good. Some of them were a bit lacking in the ink department, but most of them they're really good. I would like to have one on my wall, and I could probably have 2 or 3 on them on my wall.
You might have some spares left over.
I might have some spare.
Well, you've got the die. You can make as many as you want.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. I made 20. I signed them and numbered them. And I would be really pissed if the artists that I have bought signed prints for, if they're like, oh, this sold like hotcakes, I'm making more. It's like, God damn it. And this number means nothing. But that being said, though, I did keep the dies. So I couldn't get myself to throw them away, although I have promised never to make. I can make bigger ones, though, because that wouldn't be the same. I see people do that with prints. Like,
Yeah.
I make a small one, but I make a larger run of bigger pictures. So
1% bigger.
yes,
Yeah. Or you use a slightly different color ink. It's the same size.
oh,
but,
these ones are blue. Yeah, that's fucking amazing.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got the one of the original 20 of the first run, and now there is a second run of 90,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's nice because then if you have the black one, that's an original. The rest one is red.
But then again, if you have a black one, you need the red one, right? You need the complete set. So I can do that. I can make all the colors. You need to buy 4 because they need to be put on the wall together like an Andy Warhol picture.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Yeah. There is a thought behind it, you see. That's
And then you really want the same number in all of them, so you always get the number 5,
yeah.
so they match.
Exactly, and then you're gonna pay for the. I mean, the second one is going to be priced the same. I mean, you get the first one for free, and then the second one you have to pay like just very as a symbol price. Third one as well, but that fourth one, that's going to be pricey. And if you
It's just that if you had the first 20 that were free, and then the next run is 100, but the number 1 to 20 is pricier, and the next run is 500, and the number 1 to 20 is really expensive. The 1 to 100 is more, and that sort of thing.
yeah,
So
and
you can
then
play the economic game.
for the last, I mean, for the die, the last thing you can do is you could put gold leaves on that one. So that would be just the 1 of 1. But the problem is then people could use that to make as much copies as they want. So no, I can't do that either. So
That's for you to keep.
art is difficult. I just realized. Yeah, it's so many considerations.
It looked really good, even though we didn't see that much of beauty shots at the end of the final result. He just swished by the camera or upside down and that sort of thing. So
yeah, details.
But was that just a straight 3D print, or did you sand it beforehand? Or
No, this is a straight 3D print, and I printed it face down so that the
so it's the
texture
bed,
of the bed should be in the print. But of course, I needed to sand a corner of it because when I glued it together with quick setting glue, I managed to get some of it on my finger, and then I touched the print plate, so there was a finger smudge on the front, which I need to sand off. But that did not turn up in the print, at least as far as I could see. But I know there is. You get some filament that it's not like rubber, but it is softer. So I think I'm gonna try more prints. Just need to figure out what I'm gonna print and get some filament.
Yeah, it seems like a great proof of concept. I would definitely use that a lot if I had a 3D printer.
I thought it was a great video. I enjoyed the whole thing. I especially enjoyed your sort of thought process of how the bloody hell am I going to make this work?
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. I do want to get into a bit of printing. And again, I've mentioned it before. I've got that lino kit.
Yeah.
Which I've had for God knows how long now. Thank you, Kev. Still haven't forgotten. Still haven't used it.
But it was you who sent the video of that guy who takes like a box of these classroom erasers and he just makes one a day.
Mm.
And I really like that. So I think the local hardware store, they sell rubber squeegees for putting on putty or something on drywall. Those cost next to nothing, but they're like half a postcard size. So you can. And
Yeah.
I got a stack of like printable sticker paper. So you could print a design, put that on the rubber, and then you can use the carving kit to just carve away anything that's not the design, because that is how
Mm.
you do it. So yeah,
I think that's the thing that's going to sort of bugger my brain up to begin with when I start doing this. This is relief. You've got to cut away the stuff that you don't want and leave only what you do.
god damn it. We did reliefs back in primary school. I did not know enough English then to realize, but I did not realize before you said it now. You are relieving it of material, so you're just left with the print. Is that what it actually means? Because
I suppose
Sounds
so.
reasonable.
that
Yeah,
is
why
like
not?
yeah, makes sense. Yeah. But the thing is, though, what I mean, I've gotten bad numbers most of the times on videos, but I have seen a lot of larger YouTubers not doing giveaways. I mean, they do giveaways as well, but they are doing giveaways if you buy something at their store. So there are a few of them that they're giving away cars, and some of them are not even brand deals. And I thought I'd figure out something, um, because they would like to grow their numbers. So you have to be subscribed and you have to have bought something at their store. And then, of course, they just pull someone out who has bought something at their store and they raffle off a car or whatnot, something really expensive. And I just realized they're doing a lottery. But since they're doing a giveaway and you have to buy something at their store, it's probably not regulated as much. Because in Norway, if you're running something that looks like a lottery, you can get arrested. That's not allowed. But you can give stuff away. And if you give it away to the people who have bought something at your store, that is probably a way around it. So I think a lot of them, it starts popping up at more and more at the larger channels. And of course, buying a t-shirt and being in the raffle of possibility of winning a car, that's nice. So it seems like a good way of getting your stuff sold and getting subscribers, because I think a lot of them, it like they're running so huge operations with camera people and people at their workshops that I haven't done the maths on it, but just by looking at it, like even if you have a million views on all of your videos, that's not paying for all those people doing what they're doing. So I'm thinking that there is a lot of revenue in sales that they just boost up by giving away ludicrous things.
That's
Yeah,
how you. Sorry, I was just going to quickly say that's how you used to get around licensing laws at events over here. You could apply for an alcohol license and it would cost you an absolute fortune, and that's highly regulated. But if you give it away, that's fine.
Yeah.
So if you go to an event, you can buy a program, and with the program comes a free drink. And the program costs about a pint of beer.
Weird that.
Funny.
But that brings me over to a question then. What? I mean, first we have to establish merch for the podcast. But what would be the appropriate size slash cost of the first giveaway. It could be stickers, though. We have that already. So if you buy one sticker, you can win.
One sticker.
Is that an additional sticker or the one that you paid for?
Oh, an additional one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
You buy a sticker, get a free sticker.
So
maybe.
it's basically buy one, get one for free. Maybe.
No, that's
Yeah.
different.
If you're bad at packing them, you accidentally get two sometimes because they're stuck together.
So you might get 3. There's your
Who knows?
lottery.
I'm thinking we are 3 middle-aged, fully employed, so we could surely pull off a Ryobi drill if you find one at sale somewhere. And then, yeah, how many stickers would we sell to break even on a Ryobi drill? 3 stickers, 4.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ryobi. That's quite a that's a brand with a recognition, isn't it? I mean, it's not a great recognition, but it is a recognizable brand. We want to go for some, sub brand that nobody's ever heard of.
get the free Haikoki.
Oh God, yeah, them.
Or, no, what was it called?
Haichika.
Hachika.
Hachika, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That was an interesting adventure as well.
There's some tat that they sent you for free.
Do they still exist, though?
I have no idea.
No.
Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah, I got some stuff for free actually the other week
Oh.
because my digger arrived. And with that, I got a little toolbox with some free hex keys and a set of the tools you need to take it apart, I guess, to service it. So that was nice.
Is that a good sign when you're buying a brand new digger and we're throwing in a toolkit?
I think that's standard because I mean this is the for the home market, and I think they kind of guess that, oh yeah, the people buying this might not have all the tools they need, so we just supply them with the tools they need, so they can't be mad at us. I mean, I didn't have a grease gun, for instance, and I also supplied one set of all the filters, so that's nice. So you know
Yeah.
what you need and that sort of thing.
That grease gun is going to come in handy. And I know that because I rented one of these diggers. And then, of course, I went straight down the hill and worked sideways. And I managed to twist the belt off like 20 minutes into the dig. And like, God damn it, should I call the guy? No. And then I went to YouTube and I figured out how to put it on again. So of course you use the bucket to lift up the one side, and then you have to release the pressure of the tensioning device to get the belt on again. And the way you tension it back up is with the grease gun. So the tension is actually done by filling that cylinder with grease. So I had to go to the local hardware store and get a grease gun and 3 cartridges of grease to get the belt back on. And I figured that was quicker or cheaper to pay the fine and have that guy come over and fix it for me. So he never knew, I think. So
You probably were heard if it was something bad.
yeah.
Yeah, but so now I have a nice little digger, just under a ton of weight. And I've tried digging in the garden, and so far it's gone pretty okay.
I was going to ask how much is left of your garden.
I haven't had that much time for digging because my oldest has his birthday tomorrow when we're recording this. So we had a party for him in the weekend with all the family, and then we had to clean the house beforehand, that sort of thing. So a lot of the weekend disappeared. But yeah. No, but it's nice to have, even though it is a bit different than I thought, but still fine.
But
The
are you
com-
pleased with your purchase?
I am pleased with my purchase, but I need more time with it. For once, there's some drift in the boom control, so I think I can adjust that in the controls, just to give it some upward momentum to keep the pressure, so the bucket isn't dipping the entire time slowly, because that makes it harder to actually control it. I mean, I managed to get it to work. I managed to scoop up loose dirt from the lawn without touching the grass. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's kind of eye hand coordination thing with the two joysticks. So that
There's
was kind of
so everything you've just said. It's just so laden with innuendo.
yes, I'm giving that for free.
Buy a sticker. You might get a droopy bucket. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, nothing you can't fix with a grease gun. That's
Exactly. Just need to keep that pressure up, lads.
I mean, you said, I mean, you could always have your dad over to show you how to do it. I mean, you said last episode, didn't you, that he owns 2 diggers already? So
Yeah. Or
yeah.
in fairness, one of the diggers is. I mean, my mom paid for it because she thought it was better to use the money from one account rather than the one they get interest on. So technically, both me, my dad, and my mom own a digger each now. So that felt
Nice.
feels appropriate. It was a really nice little business I bought it from. I think it was a father-son combo who imports them through Germany, and the kind of small business that are on first name basis with all their customers and that sort of thing. And they live or they have the business and they live, I guess, like 20 minutes away from me. And they said if there's any problem, we just pop by and see how it's going. So that's rather nice. It seems promising.
Good.
And
So then, I'm guessing during the summer we will have live updates in every episode.
that might be, yeah.
Should get
Because
a should get a jingle for that then. What's been dug this week?
I think we should go one better. You need to get an action cam and just strap it to the front, and you can just broadcast live. Digger cam.
Yeah. So far, I haven't actually filmed myself using it. I really should do that.
I've seen you pick up a rock and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's yeah.
drop it
And
into a oh, come on, brain.
wheelbarrow. Yeah.
And then the wheelbarrow decided to go sideways.
Yeah.
It was going so well.
It was almost managed. And that was kind of hard as well, because I mean that was the arm. That stone was at the capacity of what arm liked to handle, I would say. Something like that. It worked, but it was strenuous and not easy to control either, especially when you're using just one hand when you're filming with the other. So maybe I should try to get some set up some cameras instead.
Yeah.
You should, and you should be
mount.
and you should be aware that you don't look the way you think you look. Because last summer when I rented a digger, I thought I'm getting kind of good at this. I probably look the part. Nobody would bat an eye. What we did last summer was we installed one of these video doorbells. So once I got off the digger after driving back and forth in front of our door for an hour, I checked my phone and I got like 25 notifications from the doorbell with small video snippets of me driving that mini excavator. And nobody's going to accuse me for being a contractor. That's for sure. Because that was a lump of potato on top of a machine that he was very fully in control of. But I mean, the smile on my face compensated for it. So yeah.
I mean, there is a lot in the handling. The controls are not the best. I mean, it's a cheap machine, so what to expect. So it's a bit jerky. To go back to all the innuendo. So if you try to go slow, then it's easily start rocking, and when it starts rocking and your hands start rocking, then the levers also rock, which just increase the rocking. So everything just goes in a feedback loop, and then you have to take your hands off the knobs to relax it and reset.
It's not the size of the ship; it's the motion of the ocean. I'm sure we
Yeah,
all
and
heard
it's
that one.
a lot of motion on that ocean sometimes.
Oh.
You're so childish.
Yep. Being grown up's boring.
True that. True that.
So on that rocking notion, we should head over to the half pint where we should discuss the sizes of boxes.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you sure do. Or do you? Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe. Not
I haven't
us,
got a clue.
but if you tune into the half pint, you might figure out simultaneously while we do. So it's a joint venture.
Sounds good.
Good.
Good night.
Or good morning,
Good afternoon.
perhaps.